Hello everyone, I am David from Australia. Welcome to my channel. I will talk to you about a topic today. How do Australians get jobs with an annual salary of 100,000, 150,000, or even 200,000 in a short period of time? The job I am talking about is not require high skill. Most people can do it, or they can do it with a little effort. How Australians are getting high-paying mining jobs. 1. Overview of mine mobile equipment operators. 2. Recruitment requirements. 3. Qualifications for the job. 4. How to meet the recruitment conditions. 5. Status of mine work. 6. The wages of miners are publicly disclosed. 7. Career development of mobile equipment operators. 8. Precautions for working in mines. Number 1. Overview of the work of mobile equipment operators in mines. We know that in Australia, if you want to engage in high-paying occupations, generally, high-paying means more than 100,000 annual salary. There are two main ways. The first way is to do professional and technical work, such as engineers, lawyers, doctors, accountants, IT programming members, university professors, etc. The second way is to do various trades, such as plumbers, electricians, carpenters, construction workers, and so on. Both of the above two approaches will take a relatively long time to achieve, usually 5 to 10 years. To do professional and technical work, you need to have a bachelor's degree or above. You can only enter the industry after studying for 3 to 5 years, and then you can get a high salary after 5 to 15 years of work. To do trade, you need to study at TAFE for 1 or 2 years, then be an apprentice for 2 or 3 years, and then work for a few years before you can get a license. You can take over the business by yourself, which is equivalent to being a small businessman, and the annual income can exceed 100,000. The starting salaries of these two types of professional and technical jobs are not high. The general starting salary is about $50,000. It takes 5 to 15 years to reach an annual salary of more than $100,000. Basically, the annual salary of more than $100,000 can only be obtained at the senior stage. I have a friend who works in IT. His starting salary is more than $60,000. After 10 years of work, he was promoted to a small department manager. He managed 4 people under him, and his salary only reached $150,000. I have a Western friend who works as an accountant, with a starting salary of about $50,000. After 15 years of work, his salary only reached 100,000 yuan. Therefore, it will take many years to achieve an annual salary of more than 100,000 through professional and technical work. What I'm going to talk about now is the third way to get a high-paying job quickly. It only takes 1 year or a few months, and the salary can reach 100,000, 150,000, or even 200,000. This kind of job requires a little skill, and this kind of skill is relatively easy to achieve. Generally, it takes a few months to get started quickly. The jobs I'm talking about are mobile equipment operations in mines. Now the average annual salary of mines in Australia has exceeded 150,000 Australian dollars, and those with experience can reach 170,000, 180,000, or even 200,000. It should be noted that the modernisation level of Australia's mining industry is very high, and it is no longer the era of manual operation. Moreover, most mines in Australia are open-pit mines and do not need to go underground. All excavation and transportation work is produced by large machines, which are highly mechanized and advanced. There is no such thing as a shoulder-to-shoulder resistance. All operating equipment has air conditioning inside, so hot and cold weather is not a problem. I myself have 6 years of working experience in mines, and I don't think it's tiring or difficult. Except that I can't meet my family every day, there is nothing bad about it. In the words of many colleagues, it is easy money. Moreover, most people will not work in FIFO mines all their lives. After working for a few years, they have accumulated some savings, bought a few houses, and the pressure of repayment is less, so they will switch to other jobs. Work safety in mines is guaranteed, and the guarantee of safety is reflected in hardware and software. The hardware conditions of the mine are very perfect, and there is absolutely no situation of making do with crude. All the necessary safety facilities are available, and the standards are also very high. In terms of software, safety rules and regulations are complete and strict. The key is that everyone will abide by them, not only by themselves, but also actively supervise others to abide by them. The safety working atmosphere in the whole mine is very strong. The chance of accidents is very low. Generally speaking, the work in the mine is safe, not hard, with good food, good housing, and high salary. It is actually a very good job. I have worked in the mine for 5/6 years, and I have also provided transportation services for the mine for several years. It can be said that I have dealt with the mine for more than 10 years. I have worked in 6 different mining companies and mine service companies, and I have a good understanding of the situation of the mine. Friends often ask me about mine work, so I want to help more friends come to work in mines and get high salaries through some videos. The mobile equipment operations in mines mainly include dump truck operator, excavator operator, loader operator, dozer operator, grader operator, and so on. These mobile devices do not have high requirements for drivers. For example, mine truck drivers only need to have an HR truck driver's license. Moreover, many mining companies provide training, and those who are quick to learn can become proficient in a few months, with a salary of tens of thousands. There are high-paying mobile equipment-operated mine jobs in every state in Australia, among which Western Australia has the most, because Western Australia has the largest mine scale, and its annual mineral exports account for more than 60% of Australia's total. Now the average annual salary of mine operators in Western Australia exceeds 150,000 Australian dollars. At present, there are more than 140,000 workers in the mines in Western Australia, and the mobility of mine operators is relatively large. In addition, the mining industry is booming now, and many new mines are put into production. The demand for mine operators in Western Australia has always been relatively large, and the recruitment information is always available. Yes, although almost all companies require candidates with experience when recruiting, some companies need to recruit dozens or even hundreds of people in a short period of time, so the requirements for candidates are not high, and many novices have the opportunity to get mine work. Western Australia's mine recruiters sometimes restrict people to be in Western Australia, and sometimes they don't. They recruit for the whole of Australia. Other states in Australia, such as New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, Northern Territory, Tasmania, and even New Zealand, are located in Western Australia. A person who works in a mine. Most of my experience comes from my personal experience. It is definitely not hearsay, nor is it second-hand news from others. It is all my first-hand information. I will introduce the situation of Western Australian mining companies and mining service companies, and the situation of various types of work in the mines. It will also introduce in detail the basic requirements of mine work, recruitment process, application skills, etc., and how to have the relevant experience mentioned in these recruitment requirements, etc. In addition to the mobile equipment operators I mentioned above, there is a great demand for mines and other technical jobs, such as welders, fitters, mechanical maintenance workers, diesel engine repairers, electricians, etc. The demand for mines is not small, and there are also many friends of these types of jobs. Opportunities to work in mines. Various engineers, geologists, environmental engineers, etc. are also needed in mines. I will also talk about this situation in passing. The specific situation of working and living in Western Australia mines, including shift system, FIFO, fly-in fly-out, or DIDO, drive-in drive-out, working environment, working team, whether there is discrimination, whether there is bullying, and getting along with colleagues, whether they are harmonious, work intensity, work safety requirements and distribution of labor insurance supplies, the attitude of the foreman, leading head, or section chief, supervisor, towards employees. Especially the attitude towards minority employees. How is the food? What kind of house do you live in? What entertainment facilities are available? The regulations on drinking, smoking and using mobile phones, what are the taboos, etc. I will tell you in detail. If you are watching my video for the first time, my channel is about getting a high-paying job in Australia and starting a business in Australia. If you are interested in this content, please subscribe and press the little bell below. I will launch related videos one after another to introduce the situation of the mine in detail, including videos of the actual working life of the mine. I hope everyone has to help. If you have any questions, or have any suggestions for what I am talking about, please leave a message, and I will reply to you in time and discuss with you. Thanks.